Welcome to the Black Sitdown. Today we are doing the One Foot In podcast. I got my co-host. I got VJ to your right. And then to his right, we got the man himself, Slicks.
Yo.
The Aura Farmer,
Okay.
as a lot of people call him. And we are gonna do today is the pregame of Week 6. It's not the biggest matchups in the world, but we got some heavy hitters. And then later on, we're going to be talking about another games to watch for potential upsets and maybe trap games for other teams. Without further ado, how y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Played a little bit of the Call of Duty beta that dropped today. It's currently Thursday. Like I mentioned that we're also live, but we're currently live right now. So, yeah, whenever y'all see this, y'all should see this Friday. So, when y'all see this, when you see it Friday, go down, link to the subscription. We're live every Thursday, 6 p.m., 8 p.m. This time we hit it right on 8 p.m. Technically, I was live earlier, but I know my start time is 8. Yeah, we was here. We was here live playing that Call of Duty.
So who wasn't here? Who wasn't here then?
Who was it? VJ.
Oh,
What?
wow.
That's insane.
Oh,
Hell
He
nah.
came earlier.
Where's VJ,
He
man?
came earlier than
I
he
came
went.
in at 5. Rack texted saying, "Yo, we doing this shit." I'm like, "Are we doing it right now? All right, cool. I'll pull up." I pulled up. The person was busy. Was Cam? I'm not gonna blame Cam. I don't know what happened. I'm not
I
sure.
was asleep, bro.
But
I was
okay.
asleep, bro.
That's valid.
I look at my
That's valid.
phone and I'm like, oh shit. It's only
Nah, that's
7.
valid.
Yeah.
It was only
Nah.
7. I said no alarm, bro. I took the risk, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Oh,
We're lucky
nah.
we even here right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Nah,
I said no
you good.
alarm. I left my phone downstairs, bro. I went to a deep sleep, bro. I woke up. It's still light outside. I'm like, oh shit. It's either the morning or I only slept for a couple hours, bro.
nah, you good. But listen, I was here at 5,
Yeah.
and
Technically, was
I
here.
didn't- and none was there.
Yeah.
So now I was like, all right.
Yeah. We reconfirmed that, like, fuck it, we just do it 7, 8, whatever. No, you just start time is. So, yeah. Technically, we all wasn't here. We was, but whatever. Anyway, that's whatever. Let's get to the main topic. What we all here for?
Yeah, we're all here for college football. We're here for the Week 6 matchups. We have is it 6 games we gotta go over?
I mean, I'll let you. I mean,
I
technically,
think
you have a
it's
lot.
6 games.
They have 6 games.
So we're gonna start out with the heavy hitter. College game day will not be at this game. Very controversial for a lot
Interesting.
of reasons. And we got number 3 Miami again. Not traveling outside of Florida, but heading down to Florida State. Where's Florida State play again? Jacksonville.
Tallahassee.
No.
Oh,
idea.
Tallahassee, of course, bro. They're not thugs. They don't go to Jacksonville. But this obviously would be a top 10 matchup if Florida State could handle business last week. But again, they fell for the trap, lost to Virginia, and now they're ranked 18th, 3-1 in the ACC. And this is basically potentially deciding who goes to the ACC championship down the line, as long as everybody can handle business from here on out. But even if Miami wins today or Saturday, they could still lose and still get, blah, 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 whatever. But this is a very big game to decide one or both of the ACC competitors that's going to be facing for the ACC championship down the line. And we're only in week 6, fellas. So VJ, who you liking in this game?
Who I'm liking? If
Yep.
I'm being real honest, I actually do kind of like Florida State this game. I'll be honest with
The
you.
bounce back?
I think so. I mean, they're at home. Florida State usually has a good environment, especially since technically speaking, this is not the end of the world for them in a way. Granted that Virginia loss was bad, but against Miami, realistically, the way Miami's trajectory going, Miami might go undefeated. In a sense, technically speaking, this could be a good loss if they were to lose. Obviously it depends. If they get blown out, then it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. If they get blown out, then obviously, frauds, whatever. But
I mean, shit, even then, bruh. Even then, if they get blown out, bruh, and they went out, bruh, this team is still looking dangerous. Carson
Yeah.
Beck's still looking like a Heisman front runner potentially. Ruben Bain's looking like a potential blue chip prospect when that draft rolls around.
but I actually kind of like Florida State this game, honestly. I mean, home environment. But usually most bounce back games, they look at what they did wrong. That's how it usually should go. They look what they did wrong and they bounce back. However, Miami is not the biggest, not the easiest team, but it's definitely the best team you could face for it. If you win against Miami, you're back in, no doubt about it. You're back in basically.
Sure.
So it's a good challenge for both sides. I think Miami, obviously, clear cut, they have the overall offensive and defensive advantages in terms of matchups. But Florida State, they have star players that can make star plays. Granted, I don't know too many of their names, but I know Tommy Castellanos. He's gonna do his thing.
Squirrel White.
He did.
He's still alive.
Oh yeah, Squirrel. Yeah, you're right. Squirrel White is alive. I did hear that the other day. He is alive. But yeah, their quarterback for Florida State. I mean, he's a playmaker, dog. If he could just clean up the mistakes he did against Virginia, I couldn't see why they couldn't make this game competitive. So I like Florida State in this, but it's definitely a lot of controversy opinions about that. So, well, what about you, right?
I mean, from an average, viewer standpoint, obviously all points towards Miami direction. Obviously, Miami looking like, they recently played Florida, and that Florida game was a closer game than expected, 26-7. With the way DJ Lagway was fucking playing, you would expect Miami to completely blow them out. But again, there's another Florida like in-state rivalry, whatever the hell you want to consider this, but all direction points to Miami. I don't know if FSU got it because they got they came sleeping against Virginia, and now Virginia ranked them 24. Even though this is supposed to be a game, they're like, all right, but we need to lock back in. We're ranked number 18, blah blah blah. I just think Miami is just they're chilling. I feel like I feel like the game's gonna be close in the beginning, but Miami probably gonna get that couple touchdown and like separate the scores and solidify why they're the number 3 team right now. So yeah. How about you, Cameron?
Okay. So to set the ACC up, basically Miami's next 2 games are going to be the toughest opponents, potentially. Louisville got a game this week, and they're undefeated right now. They got the home field advantage. I'm pretty sure be talking about that later. So these next 2 weeks, if Miami can split these series, or split the series, they're almost a lock for ACC. Everything else past who they play, they ducked the Clemson matchup, even though Clemson's bottom of the ACC right now. But basically, it's wide open for Miami to just take this, and if they get this win, it's almost clear cut that they're gonna win. I don't need to overly emphasize that anymore. But as far as Florida State goes, they got the environment. They got the trap game open. This is make or break for this team. Potentially, you just lost Virginia, you got upset on the road. What can you come back in primetime action and do? And Tommy Castellano, obviously he's built for the big moment. In my opinion, that Alabama game solidified that. He was a Heisman front runner for after them weeks, and they didn't really face no competition. And then you go to Virginia and lose, and now everybody's like, they're a little bit off him now. I think it's the perfect matchup for him to bounce back. And Miami, even though they had the bye week last week and had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, I don't know if they got. If their defense can continue to do what it's been doing against a high-powered Florida State offense that I think they can be in the primetime action, and I like the upset for Florida State. I really want them to win just to make the ACC a little bit more interesting, because that Virginia win for Florida State kind of like, what is Florida State now? Because Alabama's a good team, Virginia's not. So what are you gonna do against Miami? And we can get to predictions. I'll take Florida State. I take Florida State because I feel like Miami should have beat Florida by a lot more, and they beat everybody else pretty much like
convincingly.
Putting that belt.
Yep.
To prepare, but I just don't think they're ready for what Florida State has prepared for them. Let me get a 28-24 win. Tommy Castellanos puts up 200 yards passing. A cool 75 yards running, and Squirrel White gets his touchdown, his redemption tour.
VJ?
Brack, how we feeling?
Me? I'm gonna go.
Your expert opinion.
I appreciate that. I try my best. Honestly, I'm gonna go what ESPN got. They got Miami with 65.3% over FSU. I think there's definitely an upset possible, like what you said with Miami. Not barely. The score they had against Florida, kind of shocking. But like I said, I think Miami's not gonna do that again this time. It's really on Florida State, on how they come out, how this home environment is gonna be, how the fans gonna be. Is that stadium gonna be rocking? Is that stadium gonna be basically trying to offset this Miami offense if they can or not. Try to get them off sides, get them false start. You know, technically, will all of Florida State come to get this win? To be honest, is not as much as it's just team. The fans play a good role with, you know, creating that environment to make, you know, Carson Beck, you know, are they gonna make that Carson Beck back in Georgia look like that Carson Beck, like he never left that shell? Is all the game he played so far all been a fluke? But you know, we're gonna see though.
Okay. Okay, that's kind of crazy. All the games he played is a fluke. But yeah,
I mean,
their arm is very tough. I think Alabama figured that out week 1.
yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So it's just like, you know, it's the real test. I guess the real test was against technical Notre Dame, but you know, that was week 1. Same thing with Texas. You know,
Yeah.
it's week 1, but you know, so now is week 6. This is it. Everybody should have they should all settle in right now. Everybody should be settled in.
Their iron is sharpened.
Yep.
Iron is sharpened. They're ready for war.
This is it. So it's like I said, Florida State gotta everybody gotta come out swinging from the get go to just make Miami like, oh shit, we got a long night ahead of us, and I feel like that's the only way Florida State could possibly really take that win. Honestly, that score prediction you had, I could see that, but I'm gonna go with Miami. I believe they're gonna probably be maybe a couple TDs. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say 32 like 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
VJ.
How about VJ?
I mean, I said Florida State when I was talking about them. I'm gonna stay with Florida State.
I stole your pick.
Yeah, so honestly though, if I'm being realistic, I could see it being definitely a more grittier game, but in Florida State, this is realistically, you got nothing to lose now. You lose this game, realistically, it's like you're gonna be viewed as like the little brother now.
Oh yeah.
Most likely. So I see it. They're gonna come out. I mean, it's gonna be back and forth, but I see Florida State taking it in an upset, 31-28.
Okay.
So we got 1 Miami, 2 Florida State. 2 of them going for the upset. Yeah, basically stole VJ. He's a baller. No, I gotta steal his hands, man. Can't have him looking like the best on the pod. All right, we go into the SEC for where College Game Day is going. One of the probably the craziest upsets from last year was Vanderbilt beating Alabama and taking that goalpost and taking it for like 3 miles and then throwing it in the river. Kind of the most insane thing I've seen in the last couple of years. But now we get a rematch. Diego Pavia, coming for his last year of college eligibility, is going to Tuscaloosa. What is he going to be able to do? I don't know. This is a top 20 matchup. Vanderbilt at 16th, Alabama at 10th. And now Ty Simpson's looking like a potential Heisman frontrunner. We've used this a lot in this podcast, but that's just what it is. That's how I rank the MVPs. Hasn't thrown interceptions, been damn near perfect. The only loss we just talked about on Florida State. But yeah, it's looking like Vanderbilt's undefeated. They've been able to take care of business. And they've been able to do it pretty easily, in my opinion. Like, the games they should be winning easily are the games they're winning easily. And I think it starts with that quarterback. But this is a little bit different, man. This is a little bit different. This Alabama team just rode into Athens, got they win, and rolled right back out like it was nothing. And now Vanderbilt's got to roll into Tuscaloosa and try to get a win. I don't know how they're gonna be able to do it just because they don't got the star power, but they were able to do it last year. That's the only thing you can hold your hat on this year. They did it last year, so why not this year? VJ, what are you seeing from this game?
Man, honestly, this is the storylines from this matchup is the most funniest ones you could have, especially with last year with Vandy beating Alabama. You know, that was definitely a funny moment. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, wow, that a craziest upset I would never thought I'd ever see. Vanderbilt.
Remember the Saban quote?
Alabama.
Remember the Saban quote?
Oh.
It was
I remember.
You got everybody in the SEC. Every game we roll into in the SEC, it's gonna be competitive, except Vanderbilt. Something like that, bro. I'm like, yo, that disrespect.
Yo, what?
He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying, bro.
But hey, but now we're here. Vanderbilt's a ranked opponent. Like actually a decent ranked opponent, Alabama.
Good looking team.
Going on a revenge tour, you know. I kind of like this matchup, but realistically, to my heart at least, as much as I would love to see Alabama get upset, I can't lie. I just see Bama.
Yeah, I don't see
taking
it.
this one, man. I see Bama taking this one, man. When we get to the score predictions, we get there, but that's just my opinion. I think Bama right now. I mean, like you said, fucking Ty Simpson, bro. He's having a fucking career right now. He's having a career at Bama. Ryan Williams had a pretty slow game at Georgia, and if he's at to the potential that he wants to be, I know damn well he's gonna come back hard, and he wants to rebound. So I know I expected him to look good. I mean, I'm pretty sure last year he looked good against Vandy too, but they lost that game. So we'll see. I think Vanderbilt. This is honestly a good veteran squad for Vanderbilt. That's why I kind of like it. I kind of like the squad overall, but I just think this game I just don't see it too well. So that's overall my opinion of it. I mean, what about you, Ray? What's your opinions overall?
Honestly, I feel like this is definitely going to be one of those games where Alabama look like prime Alabama. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like they came off that win against Georgia, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro, the way time.
Say no trap game,
bro. So what you been saying with Simpson, bro? He about to light Vanderbilt on fire. At least that's what I'm expecting, especially with how Ryan Williams didn't do much last game, bro. Everybody's literally about to come in here on fire. They know they lost to Vanderbilt last year. They just beat Georgia.
Oh yeah.
They're about to just rain hell on them. So I'm with Alabama all the way. I don't really got much to say. Just Alabama's about to roll tide, bro. They about to roll the fuck out of freaking Vanderbilt, and yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, I think the point is heavy on this team. Remembers last year.
Yeah,
this man Ty Simpson was on that roster last year. He was on that bench, and he watched this happen. He is not. Bro, it might be casualty to this war, and I feel bad for anybody that's in the way of this, because I can see a close first, second quarter maybe.
Yep.
We'll go to that locker room, and it's all hell after that.
Yep.
For Vanderbilt.
Yep.
And that's just what it is, bro. I'm a guy that Vanderbilt's been able to handle business, but it comes to an end at some point, and Alabama just rolled into Athens.
Yeah,
bro, they're hitting their strides now. It's the Alabama that we're used to, and Vanderbilt's unfortunately in their way, and they're at home. It's gonna be a tough game for Diego. Hopefully he can still try to figure out how to dice up this Alabama defense, but it's not gonna come easy. I'll be very shocked if Vanderbilt can easily score the ball. Every possession is gonna be hard for them on offense. I feel like it's gonna be one of them games. It's gonna be grueling. Alabama might have some miscues. That's the only way I see this being close. And it's unfortunate because this is kind of like Vanderbilt's year. Diego's talking about a national championship. What are you talking about, bro? Just go ahead in for a 7th year of college football, bro. That's your only chance at this shit. But score predictions, I got a 42-21 buckets on fucking Vanderbilt. It's the stiff arm under the rim. It's the standing over. This shit about to get disrespectful. Talent is gonna show up. Them 5 stars, 4 stars are about to roll over this Vanderbilt team. But shout out Vanderbilt. They got to this point. You made it close. You got college game day. But no, nothing else after this. BJ, let's go with you. I just stole your pick. I swear I had Alabama this time. I can't prove it.
I said it when I said it, bro. I like Alabama this one. Honestly, though, you did sum up a very good thing. How I also saw it. I think first and second quarter, it might be a little tight, a little contested. If I go by score prediction, I say at halftime, it's probably going to be 17-17, 17-14, something like that. It's going to be close, to my opinion. At the end of the game, I see 45-24 Alabama. That's how I see it.
It's just I feel like once that first domino fall for that Vanderbilt offense, it's just all gonna come collapsing. That's just how I see it, bro. And it sucks because Vanderbilt's not gonna get no respect in this game. But shit, go light the world on fire. Go win at Tuscaloosa and drop a top 10 team, and you get respect then.
Yeah.
But you're not getting it right now, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yep. With that being said, hey, ESPN got Alabama with a 74.3% win over Vanderbilt.
That's generous.
Generous, yeah, especially with the. I'm telling you, I think we're about to see prime Alabama. I'll be very surprised if they don't, especially with
a massacre.
Yeah, especially if Ryan Williams, man, it's he's he was only 18, but it's I'm telling you, he's about to come out He's about to get at least 1, 2, 3 TDs. That's what I'm saying. At least one or two. He might.
Shit, we need a betting sponsor, bro.
1, 2, 3 TDs
bro.
at least. I'm feeling they might end the half with Ryan Williams TD. So with that being said, I got it 45-17 Alabama.
All right, you heard it here first. Ryan Williams first half TD. Bet it and put your whole life savings on it. If you don't win, talk to that guy.
No, we are not fucking what that shit called, bro. When they're like, we are not trained, whatever the fuck, professionals.
Professionals.
Yeah. We're not trained professionals.
So yeah,
we are only fans. We are only fans.
I'm a trained gambler, so I'm back in that play. But yeah, another thing is for Vanderbilt, the reason they're like kind of improving and like I hate to go back to it, but it's a South Carolina win. They were able to take care of business with that and make it look easy. But there's also Hurtland or Sellers there. I don't know if that would have made a difference, but they came prepared. And I fought with them with that, but. You know, you have to hit them competitions, them real competition games, and again, not to go over the schedule and keep like reframing to the schedule, but it's gonna be hell after this for Diego. If he can win fucking 8 games, bro, he needs a round of applause and a pat on the back.
at least going to see a bowl game.
Moving on,
I don't know what Clemson's is, but anyways.
Okay, we got College Station. We got Texas A&M hosting Mississippi State. If you remember last week, number 15 team in the country at the time was Tennessee. They had some struggles with Mississippi State. Blake isn't a bad quarterback. Shocking. But again, Texas A&M number 6 in the country. They're getting the respect now, bro. Because a lot of like top 10 teams is dropping. They had to come to this spot, but. This is that trap game for them. I really feel like they need to come prepared for this, and it's kind of like they probably seen what Mississippi State did last week, and they're gonna come prepared. But if that A&M offense comes a little sluggish, well, like they've done in the past, Mississippi State could if that Texas A&M offense puts up 16 points, bro, Blake Shapin's gonna cut through that and somehow win this game, and you're gonna let him. So you gotta come correct. If you're not putting up 40+ points, I don't think you need 40+ points. But if you're not coming like that against Mississippi State, they're gonna make you pay. And this is a College Station home game for Texas A&M in prime time. So need I say more, VJ? How you feel about this? How are we feeling? Is it on upset alert? Should we be scared?
I could definitely see it. I mean, Mississippi State kind of made me open my eyes a little bit against Tennessee, especially going blow for blow damn near. So it opened my eye. Tennessee, Tennessee has high-powered offenses, but to go bang for bang with Tennessee like that, it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. Obviously, Mississippi State doesn't have like the ranked number in front of it to like give them a little bit of justice, but this is a pretty comp team. And Texas A&M, I mean, they've been doing what they need to do. I mean, their last game was a little tight though, which kind of makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, because like A&M, they're looking good right now, but their last game was tight. This could be a sort of like okay, let's get back in a mojo type of game for them too. But this is, I don't know. I mean, Mississippi State, I mean, I feel like that probably gave them more confidence as Mississippi State, like knowing we could go blow for blow with supposedly the upper echelon of SEC. Why not? So this game could go very mixy. I could see it going both ways, but I mean A&M at home, good environment. They got a solid roster, good defense. Honestly, their defense really carried them last game too. So gonna have to see how this all works out. But I mean, nothing more I could really say apart from this is definitely a good game to watch. So can't complain. How about you, Rack?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it short. Like I said, these two parties, obviously, all I know is from A&M, they've been slowing down as of late. But basically,
it's a slow game. I feel like it hasn't been like reoccurring at least.
Yeah, but
they beat Notre Dame, bro. That can't go. That can't go under.
They beat Notre Dame, but the thing is, if A&M want to be, the top SEC team, eventually going to bowl game, possibly playing a college football playoff, scoring 10 points on Auburn is not about to cut it. So
16.
Oh, 16, my fault. My bad. 16.
Not much better.
The two extra field goal. But anyways, to be a number 6 team, scoring 16 points, right? And then before the week before that, they won by 1 point against Notre Dame, 41-40. It's like they have the ability to score these high games, but it's just like, why did you only score 16 points against Auburn? It's just like a question mark on that game. Like, whoa, did y'all just like think y'all about to walk over them, or y'all about to do the same thing with Mississippi State here? But Mississippi State, like what y'all said, they've been banging with Tennessee. I feel like they
beat Arizona State, who's looking good.
See, they feel like they feel like they're ready, bro. They're ready. They prepared to just go TD for TD with A&M. But it's just like is A&M going to be able to do that with them? So I can almost. I'm not gonna lie. We'll get there. But I feel like I'm on the Mississippi State side right now.
Go ahead. What's the prediction?
Score prediction.
All right. I got a Ryan Williams first half touchdown. What am I locking in?
You about locking in? I'm not gonna. I feel like it's gonna be a close game, but I feel like Mississippi State is gonna take it. I'm gonna take it 24, also 24-20. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
in my opinion, this got to be a bang out. Blake Shapen got to show up. This offense is gonna be sluggish for 2 weeks in a row. They got to put up 30+ points if Texas A&M wants to win. I don't think they do it in like any crazy fashion, any blowouts. But this is one of them games that Texas A&M, if they want to be talked about as one of them teams for the SEC, you gotta just handle business sometimes. And this is one of them games you gotta handle business. This isn't a ranked opponent, but it's damn near that, like VJ said. So you gotta make sure you come correct. You're ready to play your cards with need be. And I think Texas A&M takes it. It's gonna be 44-31 with a couple late touchdowns to make it seem a little bit bigger than what it is. But this is a high-powered offense, and it's going to be very scary if Le'Veon Moss, Mario Craver, KCC can all like somehow be a functioning part of this offense and consistent at the same time. And that's what like a lot of people are betting on. But I love this Marcel Reed, bro. The whole like everything behind him, bro. This is a kid that knows how to get the job done when needed, bro. If it's a bang out, he's that guy. Like he that's just how I look at it. And this year he hasn't had to rely too much on himself to come in clutch. But this is one of them games. As long as you take care of business, you don't need that right now. So BJ, how are we feeling?
I definitely think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think it has to be. I don't think A&M really has a choice into making it a closer, slow scoring or like physical type of game. I think A&M just has to make it. They have to go blow for blow. Damn near. I see it 38-34 A&M.
34-38 A&M. Okay. You took my pick now. but Texas A&M was a team for me, but I'm really a big fan of them, and I really hope they can get this done because it's like once you get the upsets, like for the SEC, you gotta handle business, bro. Because if you don't, then you gotta like face the SEC in Alabama or Georgia later down the line, and Oklahoma maybe when Mateer comes back, and it's kind of like, damn. You're gonna have a tough schedule ahead of you if you can't handle business like this, and that's why I highlight this game. And Texas A&M just want to bang out with the Auburn, and now you're coming back home. If you're a little sluggish, Mississippi State gonna make you pay, and it starts with that quarterback. Shout out Blake Shapen. I'm ready to see what he could do against this Texas A&M defense. And now we move on to some Big Ten action. For this week, the Big Ten didn't really have a lot going on, It was a lot of just one-sided affairs, it felt like. And maybe it's not that. We're going to get some Big Ten... I'm going to get some Big Ten games later on, and we're going to highlight a couple. But again, there's not really much going on. But something I'm ready to watch. This is going to be a fun game. 2 young quarterbacks, and Damon Williams Jr. out of Washington going to Maryland and facing that freshman... was it Malik Washington? Okay. I just want to make sure.
I believe it's Malik Washington.
I know ball. I swear I know ball. I know ball. It's 3:30 game. Maryland's 4-0. Could potentially be ranked after this game, in my opinion, bro. Like I want to know when they're gonna get their respect. But like I said, this Maryland team has already like shot the over on their wins, in my opinion. Like this team is undefeated somehow going into week 6. And they now host Washington, who just came off a loss to Ohio State, #1 team in the country. But that offense looked terrible. But it's Ohio State's defense. You know, the best in the country. So I don't know what more you want from them. We need more points. That's what we want out of them. But again, let's see what we can get out this Maryland defense. I think that's what's something to watch. And what pressure. What can you take from the Ohio State game and add to your arsenal if you're Maryland? Hey, let's do a QB spy. We don't got Arvell Reese. We don't got Sonny Styles. No Glaze, of course. But, you got to slow down the run with Damon Williams. You get him in the playmaking mode and the big plays, and you look at the score. Damn, we're down 21. You know, that's how I feel. Maryland doesn't have the biggest high-powered offense or nothing like that, but that man, Malik Washington, is something to watch, and it's just two young Big Ten quarterbacks that are going to be going bang for bang. And I'm excited to watch this. This is one of the most exciting games for me. I don't give a fuck. Rankings out the window. This is the future of college football right here, and the future of the NFL with Denzel Boston on that offense. He's trying to bounce back from a uneventful Ohio State game. VJ, what we seeing? What we seeing at this Big Ten play?
There's underrated Big Ten play right here. Just because they don't have numbers, don't mean this ain't a good game, for sure. Like, realistically, last week you could argue Washington should have been ranked. This week you could argue Maryland could be ranked. This is a great game, honestly. Obviously, you know, Washington, when they faced us, they didn't have the best performance. Granted, we are Ohio State, so there's not much we can do. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But Washington, they want to bounce back, you know. Granted, like, they were still technically, in a way, somewhat close, even though they just couldn't get nothing rolling on offense for Washington. But Maryland, I mean, they're doing what they need to do. They've been on fire. Maryland usually has that 1 to 2 year sneaky type of year gaps. So this might be one of them right now. And this is potential to be arguably a great team, great building. I don't exactly know Maryland's schedule in the future, but this is definitely, in my opinion, a win for them. They need to get, especially at home. Do you know the schedule?
They got some ranked opponents, and they got Nebraska next week, and then in 2 weeks after that, it's Indiana, and then they get a Rutgers game, and then the two of the last three is going to be Illinois and Michigan game, and then Michigan State at the end. So take that with what you will. It ain't tough. If they can win, I can see them winning like 9 games, you know. But it's going to be a hard fought 9 games. It's going to be respectful 9 games. And if they can do that with freshman quarterback, the future is beyond bright. That's what I look at this year as, kind of like a rebuilding year.
Honestly, like I said, Maryland usually has that 1 to 2 just good years of just like putting up some real eye openers. So this could be one of them years right now already, like starting off kind of early. So I'm excited. The Big Ten matchup 3:30, right, for us, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good matchup. I can't really say nothing more. This is definitely an underrated Big Ten matchup. If you literally want to focus on the Big Ten, like want to learn a lot, that's not ranked people, this is definitely one of the games. So nothing more I can say after that. What's your opinions on this one, Rat?
Honestly, like I said, it's underrated for a reason, because I mean myself, I didn't even know Maryland was even cooking on this side. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know. Honestly, I just didn't know what was going on in Maryland camp. So for me to hear this, and obviously hearing that we just beat Washington, what they're coming off of, this is going to be a underrated big matchup that I didn't think I was going to pay attention to. Mainly, obviously, we don't Ohio State don't play Maryland this year, so it's just like, you know, it's like don't gotta worry about them. But then again, you know, we just play Washington. Here he is, Washington, about to go play undefeated Maryland, a young Maryland. So it's like, for Big Ten play, this is big. Does Washington bounce back even on their way? Is there a reason why last week Washington should have been ranked? Or are they going to prove it here against this Maryland that we think Maryland should be ranked? So, you know, this is where that conversation come in, that Big Ten play come in, where it's like, you know, is there a reason why Washington should have been ranked last week going to play Ohio State? Or do Maryland win and prove that they also deserve to be ranked? So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. I will keep my eye on this game. Hopefully, you know, I don't know if it's gonna be a high scoring game, low scoring game. I really don't know. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Maryland this year really hasn't faced something like this. They should get credit for going into Wisconsin and beating them 27-10. But again, I don't know what's going on with Wisconsin's QB situation, with the coaching situation, but at the end of the day, Maryland has to face a team like this. This is a potential like ranked Washington team. We all said it, and I think Washington's going to come to College Park and handle business. I got Washington winning 35-13. Malik
Damn.
Washington hasn't seen anything like this, and he's a freshman, so if it happens, it happens.
Shit.
He's got to learn from this. That's just one of them games, man. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be close, but it's good to watch and see what happens and what they did to Malik Washington if they do win.
You go ahead, right?
Okay. Shit. Damn, I was not expecting that. I was expecting a close game, but due to the fact that they're home too, I thought, score might be close, but
Different.
Washington different? Interesting. I mean, ESPN got Washington with a 51.5% winning percentage over Maryland. So that being said, I'm gonna go with Washington. I think it's gonna be a closer game though. Obviously, it is like Maryland's got to prove themselves, but like I said, like they play Wisconsin, right? They play Wisconsin, but apparently they have a QB problem. So it's like if you have a QB problem, or expected to win. So it's like you're expected to win, especially if you're looking this good as Maryland. But you're playing in Washington. Washington did play the number one fucking team in the country. They're gonna come back here like, all right, what we learned type shit. And so I got to Washington as well. But I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna have it like a 2-score difference. I'm gonna have it 34-24.
Okay, I was thinking 35-24, but the thing is, I feel like Washington got some anger issues. They're pissed off. They're walking to Maryland and pull your pants down. Swing your belt.
Yep.
And Maryland's gonna comply, of course. No disrespect to Maryland, though. I'm high on this team. I like Malik Washington. So don't send too much hate. VJ.
you're
You're the only prediction that really matters, bro.
Yeah, all knowing ball knower.
You're the best ball knower, bro.
Yeah, all knowing ball knower.
I mean, if we're going by the fact of what we know from Washington, at least when I was talking about them on the Buckeye Fan Film Room, that little small preview that we had, usually
Drops every
their games
Tuesday.
are close. They do drop every Tuesday, but usually Washington games should be close halftime to third quarter. Usually they're gonna be close. And then they usually, if they win those games that they won, they broke off. Obviously, if it's not against a fucking D2 school or whatever, they should blow them out. But when it's some of these tougher games that they did play so far, they really took it away in the third, fourth quarter. So if I have to give my prediction, I do like Washington, but I'll take it 38-21.
3-score game?
I think so. I think by like halftime, third quarter-ish is gonna be like 28, 20, 21 maybe. And I just think Washington's just a good second half team in my opinion. Like that's usually how their season ran so far. So they just bounce back in that second half and then take it.
So Ohio State came in there and shut them down.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, number one for a reason.
Yeah, no glaze, of course, no glaze.
Of course, Jeremiah Smith.
All right, we got a last highlight game we're going to talk about. Another 3:30 game in number 9 on Proven Texas Longhorns. Arch Manning, he was flexing on Sam Houston.
Oops.
He's now going to have to flex on DJ Lagway, which he probably is going to do anyways. But if we're being honest, for Florida's sake, this is a must-win. For their fucking coach sake, for DJ Lagway's fucking whole fucking social media experience for the next coming years. Hopefully they're able to get it done. They're going to the swamp though. Texas is going to the swamp. But these are two offenses that have like been very confusing in a lot of aspects. And now they got to try to put it together today or I guess Saturday.
Bro, is people still high on this Texas team, bro? Like bro, we had Arch Manning, higher than his favorite. Texas going to college football playoffs and going to the finals for sure. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
Texas has been underwhelming, bro. All that hype. All that hype. Then they get shut down week 1 against Ohio State, to be expected. You know, well, not to be expected, but you know,
no blame.
No, yeah.
But,
you know, it's like we all knew. It's week 1. We all knew it was going to be a close game. It was going, you know, flip a coin. It was going. If it lands head, Ohio State, land tail, Texas. You know, it was one of those games.
Yeah.
But you know, it went in favor. Exactly, went in favor of Ohio State, and now it's like we're in week 6. Where is it?
Proven though. Slicks. After this week, we figure out what do we figure out what Texas is. If they're able to squeeze out a win against Florida, do we know what this Texas team is? Probably not still. But if they lose, we know what they are.
Yeah,
I feel like you gotta prove it, and Texas is gonna prove it, bro. If they got this game,
they got to.
This could be a trap game. They got to go to the swamp and win. But then you got Red River next week against a materialist, potentially Oklahoma team. So this team could easily go into week 8 and be like unknown kind of situation. Am I wrong to say that? Like materialist Oklahoma in a DJ Lagway 17 interception game. Like I don't know. But this Arch Manning offense is supposed to be a high powered offense. He's supposed to be the number 1 pick. He's supposed to be like, I might stay another year in college because I want to win 2 national championships.
Yeah.
That's how people are talking at the start of the year.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't happened. You can highlight the offense not being the same with different players this year, but at the end of the day, it's week 6, buddy. Wrap this shit up. Stop flexing on fucking D3 colleges and potential accountants when they get a degree in college football. That shit is not appealing to nobody.
Yeah.
And so now do it against SEC competition. And if you flex on fucking DJ Lagway, there you go.
Yeah.
But
you know,
is the swamp a place that we should fear, guys?
But you know, it's DJ
said no.
Laglule, whatever the fuck.
DJ Yungalele.
DJ Laglule, you know, it's just like, you know, it's like if you're gonna flex on them, at least flex on, you know, but it's a swamp. Archman should get it done. You know, ESPN got it at 76.7%, but you know, it's fucking DJ Lagway. Holy shit, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened to his season. I don't know what.
It wasn't his fault that they lost, bro.
It's like, what the fuck is going on over there in Florida, bro? Like, holy shit, bro. And then, you know, it's just like, bro, these 2 SEC teams, fucking Archman with the highest fucking ceiling, all of a sudden, just like, they just fucking disappeared. Fucking then DJ Lagway over here throwing fucking 12 interception a game. It's like, what the fuck is going on, bro? But yeah.
It's Billy Napier, bro. That's what the fuck the problem is, bro. Billy Napier's about to coach for his job, bro. If he gets blown out by Texas, bro, I think he's out of a job.
He's gone.
We're talking about him on the post game interview, like a post game fucking podcast.
What happened?
BJ.
What happened if Florida wins though? What happened if Florida wins though? Did Billy Napier keep his fucking job, bro?
He keeps his job for the week.
Yeah.
Nah, I think the leash is a little bit more drawn out. Hey, you be the top 10 team. You get 3 more weeks of your contract, buddy. You get to coach this team a little bit longer.
Survive October. You survive October for now. You survive October.
You might not make it to the bowl game, buddy, if we make one. Now, we might have to make a bowl game for you to keep your contract.
Yeah. All right, BJ, take it away.
BJ, talk to me about this game.
Bro, this is a game of 2 good defenses, 2 weird offenses. I mean, weird enough offenses. I mean, going off with Texas, I mean, Texas, so much hype. Shit ain't happening. Who knows what's going on over there? Arch Manning is, I don't know. He ain't looking like a Manning right now. I'll just say it like that.
Looking like his father.
Something.
His father I mean, quit football.
I will say that Texas defense has emerged very well. You know, they definitely grew a little bit. They've looked better. Granted, they haven't faced the best of best, but the defense is doing what they need to do. They're doing what they have to do. You know, be solid. Florida, on the other hand, defensively, is damn near what's keeping them alive. Like, that's literally the last line to give out a heartbeat in their heart is that defense. You cut off the defense, you're dead. Simple as that. No more. The offense, I'll give props. DJ Ugalele played last games very conservative. I give it that. He played conservative. He didn't play bad, but man, this offense for Florida has to do something, bro. You cannot. You can't, like, we're in an era where honestly, defense does win championships, but it can't win everything at this rate, bro. Like, dude, like, you're just throwing the defense, bro. At this point, it's just 3-and-out defense. 3-and-out defense. Like, There's no, but you don't even give your defense like 2 minutes worth of time to take a break, bro. Like this is insane. Like I don't know what's going on. This is honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this game was like less than 20 points total at this rate. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I don't know what I can expect from this game. Like I'm hoping for, if I was a Texas fan, I'm hoping for sake you win in the swamp, get a decent win, and you go prep yourself for the Red River robbery. If you're Florida, honestly, for Billy Napier specifically, like Cam said, this is damn near a last like lifeline type of thing. You lose this game, you're probably out. Honestly, if Florida wins this, hey, you never know.
You might have one game.
If you're Florida, yeah, like I said, you never know. If Florida though, if you do win this game, this could be the game you need to maybe give some motivation, just some. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's coaching. I know coaching obviously is the issue. Hold on, but let me rephrase that. Coaching is definitely an issue. It's not the best at Florida, but this could be a confidence booster if they somehow were to squeak this game. Somehow, granted, will they win this shit? Probably not. We'll see in the score predictions, but hey man, this is probably one of the most confusing games. I put it like that. It's very confusing to me. So I'm all up for score predictions. I mean, we can start with you, Cam, on this one.
Yo, wait. Okay, Florida is fucking cooked, bro. Florida's cooked, bro.
Yeah,
schedule-wise, like, oh my god.
Yeah. Look, this game's confusing because you don't know what you're gonna get with either offense. And like you said, we're past pressing the red button at this point, bro. We got DJ Lagway trying to like exit the vehicle, bro. He's trying to hit his buttons on his fucking shit to fly him out the fucking the vehicle. He's trying to get out of there. Shit. He needs to go somewhere else, bro. If it's Division II college at this point, bro, shit. So be it, bro. But like you said, bro, the coaching is just questionable, and I've taken Florida too many times this season. And they're 1-3, so they're probably gonna go 1-11. But yeah, I'm not picking them until they show me that they got some fucking life in them. This is just a win they need to just boost the locker room morale. You know, you so you can go to the post game podium and not be fucking depressed. But yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not picking Florida, bro. They gotta prove some shit to me, bro. And DJ Lagway got to prove some shit to me on that offense, bro. Like, it starts at him, but it's Billy Napier, bro. Them 3-and-outs last week or 2 weeks ago, and that's another thing. Both these teams had bye weeks to prepare for this, so hey, maybe both of them got their offense fixed, and we get a high-scoring game. Unlikely, very unlikely. I got Texas. Winning 24-7. 24-7. Billy Napier at the end of the post game interview just resigns, bro. Like he just doesn't want the embarrassment of being fired, bro. He's just looking for a new job in college football after this, and it's gonna be a coordinator job. So good fucking luck, Billy. But yeah, until Florida proves otherwise, bro. I picked them too many times this year, bro. I'm like, is the switch gonna? No, bro. But hopefully the bye week help, bro. That's all I can ask for. Slicks.
I got
expert analysis on this.
Oh man,
I know you're a big DJ Lagway fan, so you're gonna go
for sure, absolutely. I got Florida losing 27-10. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were gonna overdo it or some shit. Ours fucking has a fucking vintage
legacy game or something. I don't know.
Shit. I mean, the way, I'm not gonna lie. If he busts out a flex first TD, I'm not gonna lie. I got 65.5, bro. VJ.
Ooh, man, listen. This is confusing. I'ma just go with what I've seen and trust my gut on this. I think at halftime, score might be like 10-3 or some shit. Honestly, it could be 10-3.
It might be 6-3, but all field goals.
Who knows? I really don't know. Hey, it could be 6-3. Touchdown, missed field goal, missed extra point. Who knows, bro? Anything can happen at this rate with these teams. So honestly, though, halftime I could see it being like 10-3, but at the end I could see it being 24-10. I think I will say this though. I could see DJ Uiagalelei playing very solid. You know, doing his thing in the first half. And in the second half, Billy Napier calls 4 verts, and that motherfucker has to force that shit into the deep third safety. Shit's gonna go wrong from him in the stat line. Listen, bro. Listen.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Billy
Nah,
Napier
Billy's
might,
nice. Bro.
Billy might just be calling nothing but Hail Marys all game, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just run.
Smack on the back of the head, take his headset.
Hey, that's what I can see. I can see a bad stat line by DJ Ugalele off of just pure trying to come back type of thing. But honestly, I can actually see him doing decent. But hey, man, you will never know. Billy Napier, like saying 4 verts, fourth quarter, 2 minutes left. Fuck it, bro. Throw that shit and pray. A prayer ball, like who knows? So this game really to me is just a confusing one, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Prime SEC action right here, man. This is what the best the SEC got to offer.
Yeah, Texas about to be looking like they're facing the number 1 team, bro. Anyways.
They need to figure it out, bro. The offense need to just flip the switch, bro. I don't know what else to say, bro. They just need to figure it out. Nah.
It's not us, but it's y'all people out there talking about Arch Manning's about to be the Heisman. They about to win all the fucking college football shit. It's y'all fault, bro. Look what y'all did to the young man. Exactly. Look what y'all did to the young man, bro. That poor man, bro. He just trying to have a good college football career, and now we raining down in the parade, bro. All right, proceed, Cameron.
All right, after the Arch slander, we got not the 2-minute drill. I don't know what to call this. It's games to watch. Upsets potentially. Other filler games that maybe there's 5 minutes left in this noon game. Let's tune in. I don't know what to call that. But yeah, we got number 11 Texas Tech, 4-0 facing 4-0 Big 12 Houston Cougars. Houston, they have Texas A&M's old quarterback from last year, and Connor Wigman. He's gonna have a rough day. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If he's able to he's gonna have to leave the top pocket a lot. This Texas Tech defensive line, this whole defense is just built off NIL, bro. That's why they're so good. If you're wondering why Texas Tech came out of nowhere, they got a bigger budget this year. But Connor Wigman, he's gonna have a rough time. And if he's able to somehow make this shit happen, bro, all glory to him, man. And that means that Houston team should be ranked. And but I just don't see it happen. Texas Tech has a lot to go off of. They played very well, and this is kind of an underrated game in a lot of aspects because there's a lot of other games going on this week. But this is a prime Big 12 matchup. A lot of people got their eyes set on this to see, hey, Texas Tech need to just continue what they got going on, and they look like the best team in Big 12 by far. And let's see how much they struggle with Houston, or if they struggle at all. Again, Houston last week ended up playing against Oregon State and won 27-24 for Houston. And just the preference, Texas Tech faced Oregon State the week before and won 45-14. So is it going to be that big of a slide at this game? I don't know. Texas Tech at home. And yeah, Wigman should struggle a lot, have to leave the pocket a lot, and they're going to rely on his arm a lot, which they could do. But yeah, good luck. Then we got number 1 Ohio State hosting.
Oh, let me sit up for this.
with Minnesota. Minnesota comes into town. Minnesota, from VJ's expert analysis, I've heard they got a pretty good quarterback, good pocket passer. And he shared that information on the Buckeye Film Room on Tuesday. Go check that out. It's on the same show that you're watching right now. So just scroll down after the video, of course, watch it all the way through. Click the link and then just go watch Ohio State analysis. So yeah, Ohio State should be able to get business done. Maybe they struggle a little bit, and that just happens. But yeah, more expert analysis goes to the other video. I don't really got to talk too much on this. And then we got Iowa State, number 14 in the country. How's Texas Tech ranked above them, and Iowa State got one more win? It's because they disrespect Rocco Beck. I don't know what Rocco Beck did to the committee, the AP poll. I don't know what he did. But he's looked nothing but great on the field. Led a lot of game-winning drives. Didn't have to do that last week, but now he goes in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's only lost in Nebraska, week 1. And yeah, we try to see what the Cincinnati team is really built like. Maybe the Big 12 is not built for the competition in the Big 10, but are they built for each other? I don't know. But Cincinnati could really, if they get the upset, put themselves in a better predicament for the Big 12 and a potential Big 12 championship. And Iowa State, you see if they can handle business early or have to rely on Rocco Beck late in the game to figure it out. Moving on, we got some ACC action. Everybody's favorite Clemson at North Carolina. Yes, it's gonna be a great game. Probably not. I would expect Dabo Swinney to fucking probably push Bill Belichick into retirement. Him and his 18-year-old girlfriend could go and retire after this game. I think Clemson should be able to bounce back from this. It might look crazy on paper. Oh, Bill Belichick could upset Dabo. Probably not, bruh. Gio Lopez is very confusing. 3 touchdowns on the season with 3 interceptions. How bad is North Carolina's QB play? Pretty fucking bad. Max Johnson, the backup that's a senior, throwing to his brother out there, is probably better than Gio Lopez, but Gio Lopez got the name. But K Klubnik, Clemson's offense gotta click, bro. This defense gotta show why there's like 3 first-round picks on there. I need to see something from this. This is a good bounce back game for Clemson. They got the week off. Dabo, what you gonna say in your post game interview? I don't know, but hopefully it's something positive because you cannot lose this game. Yo. Dabo was joking about losing his job. He might lose his job after this one. Big old Billy in the college football world. Don't let that happen to you. That's all I can say. And then we go back to Big 12. We got Kansas State, who's just letting Avery Johnson sling that rock, bruh. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bruh. He's looking crazy out there from last week. And now Sawyer Robertson, a more traditional quarterback. Was potentially leading the Heisman, first couple weeks of the college football season. But now Baylor's kind of came down to earth. They're 3-2, 2-3 for Kansas State. A very interesting matchup. Baylor could just smoke them. I'm not gonna lie. If Avery Johnson's not getting anything going, that's just what it is. But I'm a big fan of Avery Johnson. I'm a big fan of I like Sawyer Robertson. But yeah, this is prime like a good QB play out the Big 12, and that's what I think you should watch in this game. Moving on, we back to SEC. We got Kentucky. Yeah, they don't got their quarterback, and they gotta basically face a Georgia team that's probably fired up in Athens. And yeah, that belt should get laid. But if Georgia comes out slow and they show some woes from that Alabama game, kind of lingering over, Kentucky's gonna take advantage of that. I'm not gonna say they winning, but it might potentially be a close game. You never know. And I don't know what I'm getting out of Georgia nowadays. And then we move on to Notre Dame. Yes, the team that's probably not going to make the playoffs, but a lot of people are eyeing them for whatever reason. The offense is clicking right now. That's what they're going off of. They're ranked 21 in the country. They host Boise State. What Boise State got going on after Ashton Jency, they're pretty fucking good. I'm pretty sure they got upsetted their first week by South Florida. Yeah, they lost 34-7. But now CJ Carr, Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, everybody on that Notre Dame offense is ready. They have belts in hands. Leather is getting laid probably. And Notre Dame got to win all these games pretty convincingly to have a shot at the playoffs. Not convincingly, they just got to get the wins. But if Arkansas was anything to go off of from last week for Notre Dame, yeah, they're not showing no love. Arkansas had to fire their head coach after the game, and I don't think Boise State's head coach is going to be on the hot seat. But yeah, that's just how Notre Dame's playing right now. Like their season's on the line because it is. a very interesting Big Ten matchup. We got Michigan State, the Spartans. Mr. Childs is coming in to Nebraska territory and trying to get a win. And Dylan Raiola, he took that loss to Michigan to the chin, and now moving on to the little brother, Michigan State, 2 weeks after that. And now it's going to be a very, very interesting game. In the sense of how much is Dylan Raiola going to put up? How much belt is he going to lay? Because he needs to bounce back and needs to make it pretty convincingly, in my opinion, for Nebraska to even have a chance at the playoffs. And I like to do that because I like to compare the playoffs because, yeah, Nebraska only got like USC and Penn State left on their schedule. So if they want to have a chance to go one loss for the whole season, it's pretty fucking good. And they have a winnable schedule. But they're probably going to end with 2 at Penn State at the end of the year. But I'm just saying, the what-ifs. I always want to go with the what-ifs. Then we got the Kansas Jayhawks with Jalen Daniels, not Jalen Daniels, going to UCF. UCF lost last week. They end up losing to Kansas State, of course. Avery Johnson, stolen all over him. But Scott Frost got to try to bounce back. I think Taven Jackson, UCF's quarterback, I don't know what we really got out of him. But potentially it's gonna be an interesting matchup. This is like the tier 2 of the Big 12 games, and I just think it's something to keep an eye on if you're in a 7:30 game slot and see what can UCF bounce back with. And then Again, another Big 12 team, and a lot of Big 12 teams, a lot of Big 12 matchups, man. But we got the Colorado Buffs. We got Deion Sanders, Caden Salter going to TCU. TCU was ranked the previous week, and they ended up losing to what was it? It was Arizona State. Sam Levitt, got that win. I don't got the best memory. That's why I keep stuttering. But Josh Hoover. Josh Hoover's a pretty fucking good quarterback. Yeah, so TCU is just a better team. I just keep an eye on it because Colorado made BYU close, and Colorado's pretty cool, man. They got a pretty cool head coach. They got some swag with them. But they gonna take that swag and try to get a win at TCU, and then I think it's potential just because the BYU game was close, but probably not. Kane Salter's still a questionable quarterback. And yeah, they paid him all that money to not really do much in my opinion. And yeah, get the offense going at the start, but you got to continue that if you're Colorado. That was the problem last week. And then we go to some ACC action. Virginia, that team that trampled Squirrel White and was able to get the knockoff win against number 8 Florida State last week. They are now ranked and are now going on the road to Louisville, a 4-0 Louisville, by the way, with Miller Moss, who played at USC last year, transferred, and is now finding his stride at Louisville. I ain't gonna lie, it could be a scary team. And that's why I have it highlighted, because I think Miller Moss could get this win against Virginia. And it's kind of a ranked win that's going to go unnoticed if they do win. And you can see they're the favorite on this game. And they win, they put themselves in prime position to try to grab that ACC championship. And we could be talking about this team late in December. Oh, this team could potentially do something because they face Miami team next week. I didn't know that. But they got Clemson in a couple weeks after that, and then at the end of their schedule they got Kentucky. So if they could pull out a couple wins, maybe one loss, maybe with that Miami team, I don't know. They could put themselves in the ACC championship and maybe fight for a college football spot type thing. And then we got the Day Mensa versus Saga Batelli, the freshman quarterback out of Cal, the guy that Devin Brown can start over. I bring that up because I'm a Ohio State fan, and it's sad to see him go that trajectory. But Dan Mensa and the Duke Blue Devils have finally found their stride in this season. Was able to rack up a couple wins after that pretty slow start to Illinois and Tulane with the losses. NC State and Syracuse, they're back into it. And Duke's actually looking like a good football team, and now they got to go on the road to Cal. And Cal's been able to get it done. It hasn't been the best competition, but hey, man, they beat Minnesota. They beat Boston College, if that's anything to go off of, the 2 Power 4 teams. Oh, Oregon State as well. But yeah, I'm liking this Cal team. I'm liking Saga Batelli. He's actually looking like a pretty good quarterback. This freshman class is pretty well put together. If you look at from top to bottom, and the ones that got the start, they're able to make themselves look good. And Cal's 4-1. Pretty underrated to this point. Again, they're playing Power 4 teams that are basically like bottom feeders in their respective conferences. But again, Duke's on a little hot streak, and it's a 10:30 start game. So yeah, you're gonna have to stay up late if you're gonna watch the end of this one. And that would be the conclusion of my games to keep an eye on. So yeah, how are we feeling?
Good job, Cameron. Good job, Cameron.
Hey.
I had my hand raised for one thing. It was for the
Nebraska.
Yeah, didn't really. It was just gonna be like,
bro,
how much? It was more so. It was gonna be more so. How much film did Dylan Raiola did on Patrick Mahomes, man? How much film did he do? That's all.
Really, bro.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep.
I think the offensive line need to do some fucking film, bro. Give them some time, bro. Jesus.
But yeah, I mean overall.
But yeah, I don't have y'all's like thing open. Maybe I could just move it over to the other monitor. But yeah, I just throw the games up just like you have it, and then I just go through game by game.
Gotcha.
So if I'm saying their schedule, that's because I have it up type thing.
Gotcha.
I don't know. You can probably see it on my glasses.
Type shit. Yeah.
But yeah.
Good podcast, to be honest. Good episode. A lot of things to look forward to. Not a lot of things to look forward to. Let's see if
slow week.
Yeah, slow week. Yeah, slow week.
Matchups that can have
in
other conferences.
Yeah. That's that type of week for sure. But yeah, you want to go ahead and wrap it up?
Yep, wrapped it up.
Alrighty, all right. Like I said, it's been us to 1 foot in. We are currently live, by the way. Remember, Thursday, 6 p.m., 8 p.m., probably more likely 8 p.m. If you have time.
Where do we find you at?
Oh, link in the description. Click the first link. It should say Rax links. You know, go. Once you click that link, it'll take you to all my socials, and then there should be a Twitch link. Go ahead, click that Twitch link. Go ahead, follow. Have that bell notification on, so whenever I go live, you will see in a notification title saying, "Hey, we're doing week 7." For example, if you follow us on week 7 preview, doing week 7 preview. So that's how you know we're live doing that. So yeah, like I said, live Thursday 8 p.m. We should be live by 8 p.m. If not 9 p.m. for sure, 100%. But yeah, been with the one foot in. Appreciate you, Cam. Appreciate you, VJ, for showing up. Like I said, if you guys are interested in anything else, I mean, we watch football, but me and Brahim, we did an anime podcast that went up today as well. So if you're interested in that, there's another thing. It's still same channel, still the Block Sit Down channel. Just go ahead and go try to find that anime character. You can see it, the cartoon characters.
What is the Block Sit Down though?
What
is the Block Sit Down? What is the channel?
The Block Sit Down is honestly just it's just that is the name we're going by as a collective. It is a podcast, but we have a group of individuals like us who love college football. Well, we have a topic just for college football. Well, we like anime. Well, now we have a topic just about anime. We like NBA. There's gonna be a topic about NBA. It's gonna go down the list as Call of Duty drop. There's gonna be if you like Call of Duty, if you like CDL, for example, there's gonna be a podcast for that one. So, like I said, the Block Sit Down will continue to grow as long as you guys we're gonna have something that you like, hopefully. But yeah, it's been us, the Block Sit Down, one foot in college football. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching to the end of the video. Click that like button. Appreciate that a lot. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe as well. That helps out a lot. But yeah, that's been us.
It helps out more than you know.
Yeah.
It helps out more than you know. Just liking, subscribing, it just throws us in the algorithm and puts our videos out to more and more people that could potentially reach our videos and like it.
Yep. So, like I said, we appreciate all the love and support. We'll probably catch you guys next week or Tuesday for the Buckeye Fan Film Room. But yeah, peace.